What's up, y'all? We're here with another episode of the Philly Sport Boxing Podcast. We got another special guest, Keith Powell. What's going on, champ?
What's going on?
Nothing. You got a fight coming up October 12th. Talk about training camp, just how everything been going leading up to it.
Yeah, everything been going smooth. October 12th came up pretty quick. We was already in training camp preparing for a fight. That passed a couple weeks, so we was already in motion for that. But training camp been going well. Right now, we're just in the process of cutting the last extra pounds off and just staying sharp and making sure preparation is like up to the T.
Yeah. And speak about your team, the people behind the scenes getting you ready for action come Saturday.
Yeah, I just want to give a big special thank you to my pops, Coach Muhammad, Coach Moo, my sparring partners, AB Sparrows, pushing Ortiz, the list goes on. I just want to give a special thank you to them. Everybody from my gym always supporting me, backing me, all my sponsorships, making sure I'm well prepared for this fight. Needed anything that I needed, they was there to help me. My team big. We got a large team and we constantly growing.
Yeah. Talk about your pro debut a little bit. How did the top rank opportunity come about?
So it came about because I was preparing for the Nationals, the Golden Glove Nationals, and I seen on Twitter that Shakur Stevenson, because Shakur from North too, so I seen that he was coming back home, and I'm like, dang. Like at that time, I was preparing for the Nationals, but I was also after the Nationals, I was going to the Olympic qualifier, and so I'm like, dang, if I was able to you know, fight at home, that'd be crazy. And so at that moment, it was just like, which one did I think was like the big opportunity at the time, whether it was, fighting at home. Because I also thought like, damn, maybe we won't be able to get that fight again. Like, Shakur, he at that point in his career where he about to fight the Tanks, the Devins, the Ryans, and all the Peters and all the rest of the superstars up there. And, those got to be on even level playing fields. He probably won't be able
Yeah.
to get those fights back home. So I was like, I think this might be the last time, Cole coming back home, and I think that was the best. That's the best way. There's no better way to start off your pro career. So my pops, he got on the phone, made a couple calls, and he got it done.
Yeah. And just talk about growing up in Newark, New Jersey. How was that like?
I mean, for me, it's like that's all I know. So I'm gonna just say it's normal. But I just say my normal is different from everybody else normal. So like I like growing up, I always knew that I had to just trust. Like you can't trust everybody. You gotta always have that doubt in your mind that anything can happen, no matter who it is. Everybody for themselves. It's a dog eat dog world out here. You gotta have a certain attitude with you too. I feel like a lot of Jersey dudes, especially a lot of North dudes, got a certain type of attitude where it's like they don't care, like they don't care what it is, who it is. They got themselves against whoever, and I feel like that's the type of attitude you gotta have, especially growing up in North, because they'll take advantage of you no matter who you is. Like if you ain't got that type of attitude, then like I said, it's a dog eat dog world, and if you ain't got the dog in you, then it's over.
So, what introduced you to boxing? Like, why boxing? Who was the person that introduced you to the sport?
Um, who introduced me? I mean, I always kind of like I was never afraid, like to scrap. I was never afraid to fight. So like before I was a boxer, I was already fighting. Like I said, growing up, I know like it's a little different from other places, but it's all I know. So I was old like Thanksgivings, Christmas. I was fight like it was regular to me to put the gloves on and fight. Uncles, cousins. So I was always a fighter at heart. It was just my father. He understood that I gotta be able to defend myself and defend myself without having to, you know, um, risk my future, or put my life in jeopardy, So we did it this route, and then the rest is just history.
And at what age did you feel like it hit you where you decided that you was basically gonna take care of your family with this? At what age did it set in for you?
Really around I started competing at 12, and I started progressing quick. I didn't have no fights. I was sparring a lot of jokers with like 100 plus fights, but it really hit me probably around like 15, 16. That's when I'm like, wait, hold on. Like, I started going to the nationals, and I'm like, oh yeah, nah, I could compete with, not only compete, but I could be the best at this if I put my all into it. And like somebody give me a blueprint, and I could take it all the way there for sure.
Yeah, speak about your amateur background a little bit. Did you like the amateur pace? Because I speak to a lot of pros, and a lot of them didn't like the pace just because a lot of people like to pick their shots, use time and stuff. But they say with the amateurs, you kind of got to rush your work a little bit. Did you like the
Yeah.
amateur pace, or you like the pro style way better?
I definitely like the pro style way better. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like the pro style 100%. I feel like the amateurs is cool though, and I feel like even though I still found a way to win. That's the main thing. In boxing, no matter what it is, you gotta find a way to win, like against any and all obstacles. So like that's how I was looking at it. Like if I consider myself to be this, if I consider myself to be one of the best, or if I consider myself to be best in my weight class, or whatever the case might be, I gotta adjust and I gotta win no matter what. So that's what I started to do.
Going back to your pro debut, what was just the top rank experience like? Because most people when they have pro fights, they don't fight at that platform. That's arguably the biggest boxing platform in the world today. How was that experience like?
It was a dope experience. It was the best thing to be on a platform, and it like it just like I said, that was a perfect way to jumpstart my professional career, just to be on top rank. That magnitude of a fight, I feel as though I feel as though I always had skill, but that right there just it kind of it put me in it put I was put in front of the odds that I probably wouldn't have been in front of if I didn't have that platform. So much appreciated. I appreciate them for the opportunity, and I did my job, and we on to the next.
I mean, that's definitely facts. That's how this interview came about. That's the first time I ever seen you was on ESPN. So that's
Yeah.
definitely facts. But you got another fight October. Basically, the fight the same day you fight. You got Better Believe and B Ball fighting that night. Who you leaning towards if you is leaning towards anybody going into that fight?
Uh, yeah, I really believe I love Bivol, I love Better V, but I really believe that Better V gonna edge him out. Yes, Bivol's got skill, but just me looking back at that fight with him and Canelo, even though I know that Canelo is not, that's what I'm trying to say. Canelo is not a Better V, and it was moments where Bivol would be on a ropes and taking certain punches and say that he cannot do that with Better V. Like I feel like that man is too strong, too powerful to be sitting on the ropes like that with him. I feel like it's gonna be a great competitive fight. This might be the first fight where Better Be really be tested, and people see him lose a couple rounds. But I feel like later on down the stretch, you know, I feel like Better Be gonna edge him out, and like Bivol is gonna have to fight too hard. It's gonna kill him.
Do you think Better Be skill level is like they kind of underestimating it going to the fight? Because a lot of people saying like Bivol definitely got the better technique, definitely the outboxing and things like that. Do you think Better Be can actually box with him before the fight get rowdy?
I feel like Better Be what Better Be do, he's the best at what he do right now, which is cutting off the ring. He has a great jab, staying in control. That's the thing. I feel like he's a monster at being in control at all times. You rarely see him lose his cool. You know,
That's true.
like it don't matter who it is. He always keep his composure. He might get hit. Even time he got knocked down, he got back up, kept his cool. And I feel like that's gonna be the difference. Like Evolve might be winning a couple rounds, but you could see that he's not really in control. He's gonna be winning off of like just really fighting, But that
Mhm.
takes a lot of energy out of a fighter, and comfortability. That's the main thing in boxing. If you're not comfortable, Or if you're not comfortable being uncomfortable, then you gonna have a long night.
Right. And going back to your pro career, what's the trajectory you see in terms of like at what year or age do you feel like you want to be fighting for a title, or are you kind of just taking it one day at a time, kind of?
I feel like, to be honest, I ain't really think that far. It's just it's
Right.
hard to think that far when you got the now. It's like, all right, that's gonna come, but it's like I gotta fight October 12th, and I gotta fight right after this. So I haven't really thought about that, but I feel like 22 just turned 22. Like the 2 years, I could definitely climb up the ranks, start becoming a contender. I'll say like within 3 4 years, that's like reasonable. 3 or 4 years. It could happen sooner though, but I'll say 3 4 years is definitely a reasonable amount. Like that's how long it usually take for a fighter to work their way up and get that type of fight.
Right. And who are some of the best guys that you've been in the ring with? Some of the guys who push you to be your best.
I've been in the ring with pretty much everybody, but I just say every work is different in a way. But I'll say my best work that I've gotten, where it was like real crazy competitive work, got to be with Cool Boy Steph, um, Christian Cardo for sure. I'm gonna throw my boy Weezy in there, Ray John Chance, he's sharp. Um,
I had him on the podcast too.
yeah, nah, he always gave me good work. That's my guy. Who else? Who else? I'm trying to think, man. And yeah, I know I'm missing a couple guys, but
Yeah, I
like
already
those are the
know.
ones that like first come to mind.
What's going on with the promotion situation? Have any promoters been reaching out, or you kind of just playing the field right now? See what's going on.
Yeah, promoters been reaching out. We got big news coming soon. The thing is, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really need to sign right now. I really don't need to sign right now. Um, my fan base is crazy. They come out, they come out to support me. So a lot of fighters, they sign for money. You know, I could go wherever. I could go to. I mean, shoot, I could do my own venue and I'ma have it packed out because my people coming. I could make some decent amount of money. You know what I'm saying? And then we
Mhm.
talk about concessions and other fighters, and like I could really do it. But my thing is like I said, comfortability. I don't. I just want to be focused on the fight. I don't want to be focused on nothing else besides the fight. So I will be signing soon, but a couple companies did reach out. I really don't want to say who because you
Yeah,
know I don't want to make it seem like, oh
gotta
yeah,
see,
nah, this
gotta
company is
see
better than
out
this
the time.
company. You know what I'm trying to say? But they the ones that you see, they the ones that reached out. And we got
Yeah.
something in the works for sure.
I mean, I definitely got to assume top rank one of them. You already fought on their
Oh yeah,
platform.
of course,
You
yeah.
know. And, speaking on another fight, another big fight in the future, you got Shakur and Tank. Who you see in that fight in the future?
I'm gonna say it how I say it every time. I might be a little biased, but I got my man score. Like, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, Tank, he a monster. Tank is you feel me? He's great at what he do. But I just feel like you know I feel like people always talked about Shakur not having enough power, this and that. Well, they giving this man time to get stronger and stronger and stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
they giving this man time to prepare. That's the worst thing you could do to a fighter. If I was, anybody, I would have pulled the Floyd, try to catch him a little earlier when he wasn't as mature. Now this man is wiser, he's sharper, he's stronger. Like I just feel like that's the worst thing to do. But I know it's gonna be a hell of a fight. I'm not saying that it's gonna be a full wipeout. Of course, Tank is a great fighter. It's gonna be competitive. But at the
Mhm.
end of the day, I feel like Tank going when when them 12 rounds over, it's gonna be like he ain't have enough time, and it's gonna be like that. That's how it is. He ain't he's like, damn, I ain't have enough time.
Do you think Tank kind of start off a little too slow for Shakur? Like you think when he do decide to turn it on, it might be a little hard to get Shakur out of rhythm since he already gonna be in rhythm probably by that point.
Yeah, but I also feel like it also depends on what who judging that night. Because um, like me, I feel as though you don't need to necessarily throw punches to start off fast. Like you could just stalk your person, tab them, and if like I feel like you don't need to be like da 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 da. But I do feel
Yeah,
like that is one of his I mean, I feel like he won't even start off. I feel like he wouldn't commit. That's the word. I feel like he wouldn't commit early on. The only time Tank start off slow is when people start coming at him. Like if you notice it with the Rolly, um,
right. I see a little bit.
Ryan, like he ain't throw a punch until he knocked Ryan down. You feel me? So I
Mhm.
feel like with Shakur, he gonna start off fast, but he's not gonna take that risk. He's not gonna take that risk early on.
And how would you describe your style of fighting?
I'll describe my style of boxing as uh I say in my eyes this is really like a jack of all trades. Like
Word.
I could fight orthodox, I could fight southpaw. I really got power in both hands. I'm good at a lot of different things. I got good defense, good hand speed, good head movement. I could box. I could stay in the inside. You know, I the person that I watch is Terrence Crawford. So he's the jack of all trades. He do a lot of good things. It's not just one thing that he's great at. And so, with that being said, I feel like that's how I just be able to describe my style, just jack of all trades.
And who were some of the people that had got you ready for this camp specifically for Saturday?
My boy Avery Sparrows, Christian Ortiz. I'm not. I think that was pretty much it. Avery Sparrows and Christian Ortiz. I did mad rounds with both of them. They both guys from Philly.
No,
Um,
yeah, that's good work. But that's where I'm from.
oh, yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I was up there every week, literally.
yeah, that's definitely good work. Uh, yeah, did you hear the news about David Benavidez said that him and David Morrell signed the contract supposed to be happening. Who you feel you got in that
Yeah,
one?
yeah. I saw that. I feel like I love that fight. I love that fight. But I feel like I ain't gonna lie. I feel like David Morrell kind of losing focus. I feel like he had a point where I feel like he might be a little discouraged at where he at right now. He's not getting them super big fights. David Benavidez, he done fought the top of the top and fighting good competition. He's been focused. He's on a great path right now. I feel like David Morrell is the guy to beat Benavidez. Also, I just feel like he kind of losing focus, and I ain't see his last performance, but they say he ain't look too sharp. So
Yeah, I
I
seen.
don't
Yeah, I think
know.
that probably was his worst performance today. He definitely won though, but it's probably was his worst performance today.
Yeah, like he gotta stay on his 10 toes, stay grounded, stay focused. Cool to have fun and all that, but don't forget what the reason why you started and what got you there.
Yeah. And a lot of people be talking about the aspect of boxing, saying that it's a dirty business. Have you experienced anything yet from that
Yeah, I
aspect?
did.
Kind of.
Hell yeah, definitely did. And this it is a dirty game, but you gotta I feel bad for the fighters that don't got the support system that I got. Because it's just like I seen it firsthand, and it's crazy, but it's a sport. If you're not financially smart, or if you don't understand what's in certain contracts, and you could get wrapped up, swindled, and messed, like you you could be walking away not getting paid with nothing, honestly. So yeah, I feel bad for these fighters out here that don't got a strong support system, or themselves that's not just, like that don't understand the business aspect. They don't understand contracts. They sign whatever they. Oh yeah, this is our state, and this and this and this.
Mhm.
Like that's crazy. I feel bad for those type fighters.
And I had seen you. You got a platform on YouTube where you drop daily episodes a lot. Was that like something that somebody told you to, or that's something you always been into? Because I always felt like a lot of fighters should do more stuff like that. Because it's boxing not only about fighting, you also got to
Yeah,
promote yourself. You got to kind of people got to kind of watch you not only when you about to fight, but before you about to fight.
exactly. I feel as though, like, for me, the reason why I started,
Mhm.
because I'm looking, I'm like, dang, with these big fights, like with the big mega fights like you seen on Showtime Sports or like
Mhm.
24/7, it's only when you get to a certain level. I'm like, I could do that for myself. Like I could do it right now for my pro debut. I could do it for the nationals, like, and I know people gonna want to tune in because nobody else doing it. That's the thing. So it's like that's a wide open lane. I feel like you know, and you get paid off of it. Like why not? And I feel as though I don't take it as serious, but like I see like it's just keep like my platform is continue to grow each and every day.
Yeah,
I feel as though like 2-3 years from now I'm like, oh, all right, cool. And I could, that's another source of income on top of the boxing one. It's just like, why
yeah.
not get paid for it?
And what's some of the things you into outside of boxing? You got any hobbies you into outside of boxing? Any, something else you got passion for?
I'm a sports guy. I like the football, basketball. I'm a Giants fan. I'm a Knicks fan.
Shit.
What else?
Yeah,
And
I'm
what's
an
your
Eagles.
take?
I'm an
You an Eagles
Eagles
fan? I'm
fan.
already
Yeah,
know. Once you said Philly, I already picked up on it. It's
yeah,
cool though. It's cool. Yeah, I'm a sports type dude. Uh, I like being with my family. I'm gonna be honest. I go so hard in the gym, and I just when I'm in camp mode for real. So like
yeah,
anytime when I'm like not in the gym, I don't even think about the gym. Just you gotta have that balance. So I'm just out, just enjoying life, doing, just chilling, whatever
yeah.
that may be. Just staying out the way for real.
Is there any temptations coming? Because you're a young guy fighting on TV now. Is you have anybody trying to basically make sure you keep your head in check? So like you were speaking on with David Morrell, basically making sure you just staying focused at all times, no matter how much
Yeah,
success that you
yeah. I feel like I got a good head on my shoulders, and I understand what come with it. I'm not no fool. But it came from like that was installed in me when I was a kid. Just always being smart. Don't let nobody take advantage of you, whether it's a dude, a woman, a business advisor. You don't let nobody swindle you. So I feel as though like those traits that I learned as a young kid is just it it traveled, and I just transitioned it to like my adulthood with boxing, relationships, school. So I feel as though and plus like since I feel as though I'm that way, that's what I attract. So like my coach, he a stand up dude. My father's a stand up dude.
know.
My business team, stand up people. So like even if I do trip or stumble, I got people there to just pick me right back up. Like nah, come on, we doing this, or nah, you tripping. We ain't doing that today. Or you know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
feel like like I said, I got a great support system.
And who are some of the fighters that you like to watch and just get some game from, whether it's watching them or talking to them, just people who you like to watch and get game from?
Uh, I definitely like to watch. Um, I'm gonna go back in time. Like I like to watch the Willie Peps, James Tony, Mike McCullum. I love to watch the old school fighters, the Roberto Duran, Salvador Sanchez, Ricardo Lopez, and I go more modern. Of course, I watch Floyd, Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford, Tito Trinidad, Hector Camacho, Shakur Stevenson. Um, and I just took different things. I just looked at what they did great. They did. A lot of people got a lot of good things, but I really just saw what they did great, and I try to find it in each and every fighter. Like, all right, he did this, he did this. They both did the same thing. They both great fighters. I got to learn how to put that into my game. So those are
Yeah,
some of the guys I like to watch. I also like to watch a lot of jokers from Nook because it's like those my people. So it's like I just
yeah,
get amped up watching them. So like Shakur, Raymond Ford, My boy Anthony John, Slick Anderson, like these guys is like they my people, so I just love watching them. I get amped up when I see them fight.
Alright, well, I'm gonna say appreciate you for coming on, champ. You can give out your social media, and let everybody know where they can go to follow you at.
You can follow me on Instagram at official Keep Cologne, and you can also, like how he said, check out my YouTube Keep Tsunami Cologne. I post daily episodes. But for the Instagram, you want to know about fight, anything about the fights, my day-to-day living, or whatever it might be. Check out my Instagram. I appreciate you for having me.
Yes, sir. Like I said, we I'll be getting back in touch with you for a post fight interview.
Appreciate that.
Hey, it usually be me and my co-host, and my co-host can join me today. But next time
That's
he should
cool.
be here, so it'll be both. That's why it's called Philly to Detroit, because he from Detroit. I'm from.
Okay.
But say no more, my guy. Be safe out there, John.
Likewise.
Yes, sir.
All right.